There is a place many are searching for, a kingdom spoken of by religions, dreamed of by poets, intuited by philosophers. It is imagined as something distant, beyond the stars, deep beneath the seas, in another world. But Jesus says something different, something quieter, and at the same time, more daring. He does not speak of places, not of palaces in the clouds, not of golden streets beyond the horizon. He speaks of a kingdom closer to us than our very breath, a kingdom that does not wait in heaven and is not hidden in the depths, but here, now, within us. Jesus said, "If your leaders tell you, 'Look, the kingdom is in the sky,' then the birds of the sky will precede you. If they say, 'It is in the sea,' then the fish will precede you. Rather, the kingdom is within you and outside of you. When you come to know yourselves, you will be known, and you will realize that you are the children of the living Father. But if you do not know yourselves, you live in poverty, and you are that poverty." It is a truth difficult to grasp, for we are accustomed to seeking in the outer world, in others, in more. But this saying, the third in the Gospel of Thomas, invites us to seek differently. Not what shines, but what is hidden. Not where the world directs us, but where it quietly diverts us from. It is an invitation, not a demand, not a threat, a quiet opening for those who become still enough to listen, for those who dare to look into the mirror and not turn away, for those who wish to remember who they truly are. It is an ancient temptation to believe that what truly matters lies far away, beyond us, unreachable, lost in heavens beyond our reach, sunk in depths we can never fathom. But every search in the outer world carries a quiet irony. The birds fly faster, the fish dive deeper. All that lives would reach it before us, because we seek in places where it has never been. Gnosis calls this the deception of the world, the great forgetting that distracts us, keeps us busy with images, promises, goals, always just out of reach. And while we search, we overlook what is closest. What we seek is not outside. It never was. Not beyond the stars. Not beneath the seas. Not in cities or temples. The kingdom Jesus speaks of requires no distance to be crossed, no pilgrimage, no endless detours, no intermediaries. It is here, invisible, unassuming, present, yet hidden, not because it is concealed, but because we are looking elsewhere. Rather, Jesus says, the kingdom is within you and outside of you. Not either or, not here or there, but a truth that permeates both realms, the inner and the outer, the stillness of your heart and the stillness of the world. It is not far away. But neither is it just a hidden secret within you. It is a mirror. What lives within you is reflected outside of you. What you seek out there can only be found if you recognize it within. Even the ancient Hermetic writings declared, "As above, so below. As below, so above." A law of correspondence, macrocosm and microcosm, outer world and inner world, two mirrors and one single light. The mystics have always known it. Meister Eckhart said, "God is within me, and I am within God. No distance, no separation." And Mevlana Rumi asked, "Why do you wander from room to room, searching for the pearl that already lies in your pocket?" This truth appears again and again in the sacred texts of religion. In the Gospel of Luke, Jesus says, "The kingdom of God is among you." And the Quran says, "We are closer to him than his jugular vein." What all these voices suggest is more than proximity. It is identity. The kingdom is not a place. It is a state, an awakening, a being permeated. Not where you are looking, but in the very gaze with which you look. Not in the sky above you, but in the eye with which you behold the sky. The kingdom is within you, and because it is within you, it is also around you. Long before these words were written down, the wise already knew a secret. What is above mirrors, what is below, and what is hidden within is reflected in the outer world. In the ancient Corpus Hermeticum, a collection of wisdom from forgotten times, it is said, "As above, so below. As below, so above." Macrocosm and microcosm, universe and human being, divine and earthly, not separated, not distant, but two mirrors reflecting a single light. What we seek outside, truth, eternity, life, has long been within us. And what is hidden inside us also shines in the stars, in the rivers, in every breath of being. The Hermeticists knew the path to true knowing leads not outward, not to distant lands or sacred places. It leads inward, and at the same time to a new way of seeing the outer world. A seeing that realizes inner and outer are but two sides of a single, hidden reality. When Jesus says, "The kingdom is within you and outside of you," it is the same wisdom whispering through the ages. Do not seek far. Do not seek apart. Seek the one, in the visible and the invisible alike. To know yourselves, not the knowledge of the world, not the knowledge of distant truths, but the knowledge of your own being. This is the key. Gnosis teaches, within every human being sleeps a spark, a hidden light, a fragment of the source, not something that must be acquired, but something that longs to be remembered. Self-knowledge does not mean knowing more about yourself. It means remembering who you have always been, beneath the layers of fear, of pride, of forgetting. Know yourself, and you will know the light within you. Know the light, and you will be known by the source itself. For whoever truly knows themselves does not merely recognize what they have become. They recognize what has always been. The divine image, veiled yet unscathed, like a flame beneath ashes. The mystics say, the path to God does not lead outward, not to places, not to things. It leads through yourself, through your darknesses, through your illusions, until you recognize the one that lies beyond all names and forms. Meister Eckhart spoke of it. If you wish to find God, you must lose yourself, down to the very ground of your soul. And Rumi whispered, you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Self-knowledge is not an end. It is a beginning, an awakening into a deeper reality, that beyond all masks, you are one with the living source. It is a strange kind of poverty Jesus speaks of. Not the lack of possessions, not the hunger for bread, but a hunger that reaches deeper, the hunger for what we truly are. Gnosis calls it the great forgetting, a state in which man no longer knows his origin. He has forgotten his innermost light, not because it has been extinguished, but because he no longer sees it. This poverty is a state of sleep, a life lived outwardly, without ever touching the inner being. A rich palace, whose treasure rooms remain locked. An immeasurable garden, whose gates are never opened. This is how man lives when he does not know himself. In a world full of mirrors, yet unable to see his own reflection. Surrounded by light, yet blind to the light that also dwells within him. The mystics say, the greatest poverty is not to have little, but not to know oneself. For whoever does not know themselves lives in separation, separated from their origin, separated from the source of all life. They live in a desert and do not realize it. They are thirst, seeking water in places where no spring has ever been. Only self-knowledge, the quiet awakening into one's own being, opens the door back to that which was never gone, back to the living source from which all life flows. The kingdom is not far away. It is not hidden. It is there, waiting, like a quiet light that never goes out, even if you do not see it. But to recognize it, you need a different way of seeing. Not searching, not grasping, not conquering, but becoming still, remembering. Self-knowledge does not begin with answers. It begins with questions, with the willingness not to run away, with the courage to look into your own depths, without judgment, without fear. If you wish to find the kingdom within you, do not start by trying to change the world. Start by observing yourself, quietly, attentively, honestly. Ask yourself, when do I react, and when am I truly present? What masks do I wear? And who am I without them? When do I search outside? And what am I avoiding within? The path to God is not a path through the world. It is a path inward, a return, a homecoming. Blaise Pascal said, "In the heart of man, there is an infinite abyss that only the infinite itself can fill." You do not need to search. You need to remember. Begin with stillness, not a forced, strained stillness, but a quiet willingness to let everything rest for a moment. Thoughts, judgments, desires, fears. Some call it prayer. Others call it meditation. Others, inner contemplation. But the words do not matter. What matters is only that you begin. Every day, a little more. Every day, a little quieter. Every day, a little more attentive. Not to achieve something, but to remember. You are not empty. You are not separate. The kingdom you seek is already here, within, without, in the breath between being and becoming. There is a search that has no destination, only a return, not to a place, but to a state, awakening, remembering, being. The words of Jesus are not a demand. They are a quiet whisper, an invitation to rediscover what was lost within you. Not outside, not someday, but here, now. The kingdom he speaks of was never far away. It does not wait in the heavens, nor in the depths of the sea. It waits in the quietest corner of yourself, where the world ends and life begins. Perhaps this is all there has ever been to do: to become still, to listen, to recognize, and to allow yourself to be recognized. Not to become something, but to be what you have always been, a spark of the source of all life.